I have no idea what I'm doing, so just give it a go, I suppose. Oh shit. Oh no, I've just sliced my finger open, guys. Call the fucking sharp then grinders. Why didn't no one fucking tell me? It's just Suda creme, toilet roll, and some electrical tape. So we're good to go, we're good to crack on. I was bleeding quite a bit, but I'm alright. Good morning, everybody. In the last episode, you'll see, or you saw, sorry about that, we put these the massive 19-inch wheels on the S13. Everybody absolutely loved them. Fucking hell, sorry, I can't even speak. I'm burping, hiccuping, fucking throwing up in my mouth. I don't know what's going on. But today, oh wait, this is a continuation of the other video. Oh yeah, this isn't a new video. Anyway, this is the first kind of with a tyre. This is the first put up to the rears, so it could go either way. Oh, maybe we've got plenty of room. We literally have plenty of room. I don't even know why I was worried about it. If anything, we need a 20mm spacer on that. What are we even scared about, boys? We put the rears on and we've got a load of space in the arch, and we said we need to space out the rears. So Adam in the office, again, thank you Adam in the office. I can just thank you when I come into the office, I already have, but thank you Adam from the office. Adam not only supplied us the wheels, he's also given us some 20mm spacers. He said he has some 20mm spacers in the back which we can use. So I spoke to Nico about these wheels, how much to space these out. He said, obviously Nico is the fitment queen. He said go 20s, make them fit. So we've got 20mm, and today we're gonna make them fit. But I'm gonna first of all get the car in the air and see if we can actually get them camber bolts loose. They have got camber bolts on the rears, but when I tried to get it trapped, they said that they didn't want to risk breaking the bolts. So today we're gonna risk breaking the bolts. Are we gonna need to cut any of the lip off? I believe we are. And I want to do it anyway because the lip on there is too aggressive. Now, a lot of people have said roll it, roll it, roll the lip. I can't roll the lip because we've got filler on this part here. So if I roll it, it's just going to crack the filler. So I need to shave it back with a grinder. So we need to get the fitment dead on. The front fitment is unbelievable, but we need to get the rears looking similar because when I've been taking pictures of the car, the rears just look weak, man. Okay, so we're putting the spacers on now. When you're putting spacers on, it's very annoying because sometimes your wheel nuts, your original nuts, extend further than the spacer itself, meaning the wheel won't sit flat. And the only way you can get away with this is if inside of the wheel has these indent bits here. Now some don't have them at all, or some are in the wrong place. I'm hoping, looking at it, that they are going to be in the normal place, the correct place. So the standard wheel studs sit through there, meaning you don't have to grind them down. On the fronts of mine, I had to grind them down. Now I'm hoping that when I put this wheel on here, that the shape of that, they just sit in, because when you're trying to grind wheel nuts down, it's very annoying because you, as I'm doing now, struggling to get this on, the end of the thread is never really goes perfect again because they're usually tapered. So look at this one there, it's tapered, meaning that when you put the nut on, it kind of grips it easier, where I've had to cut this one down and it just becomes flat again, meaning it's hard to get the nut on. But yeah, we'll have to say. Okay, so that took longer than I thought because I had to shave down one of the threads was so bad that it weren't screwing on, so I've had to just shave that down with a grinder. Now, moment of truth for two reasons. Let's see if the wheel sits flat, and let's see how far it sits in general. Nah, it's not sitting flat. See the gap here? So I'm going to have to shave down every single wheel stud with a grinder. Oh well, trying to keep myself happy. Oh great. But clearance wise, I don't know. Let's just get to it. Got a good reference point here. That's the right size it needs to be, so I just need to cut the rest of them down. So you can see how they're all flat now, and none of them should be protruding. So before you put the wheel on, make sure you breaker bar these down fucking tight, because you do not want them coming off. Oh shit. Oh no, I've just sliced my finger open, guys. Literally sliced my fucking finger open. And I broke the disc. Oh no. Which one's worse? Definitely my finger. Hang on. Oh no, that's not good. Core, the fucking sharp then grinders. Why didn't no one fucking tell me? It's alright, I've gone for the manliest plaster ever. So we got a bunch of Sudocrem, toilet roll, and some electrical tape. So we're good to go. We're good to crack on. I was bleeding quite a bit, but I'm alright. Right, so we're going to see if we can pull the camber in. So there's an eccentric washer on this arm here, the trailer arm, but I believe that's going to adjust the toe. And you've got one up here, but I believe that's going to go to the top arm. So that's going to pull the, I mean, I would believe that that's going to pull the camber in and out. We have another arm here, but there's no eccentric washer on that. So I believe that's not going to make a difference. So let's see. There's a lot of spider webs here. I hate spiders, by the way. I'm doing that for the video. Yeah. Let's see if we can get this little eccentric washer moving. Let's just try and do full camber because I'm going to need to pull it in away from this lip. Okay, so what I've had to do is, where the subframe sits, I couldn't get a socket on it where the subframe sits, so I've just dropped the subframe, just took the subframe off just a little bit, got in here, pried it down, got a socket on, loosened it off with the breaker bar, so now I should, if it's not too tight, be able to get in here with a spanner. And if I keep going, it comes down, so that's going to push the camber out, and that's going to bring the camber in. Okay, Daddy's got it, Daddy's got it. Okay, so that's camber out, camber back in. I feel like it's there. Okay, that's with the spacer on. I've jacked up the wheel just so it imitates it being on the floor. And it's a 50-50, I think. The tyre is just underneath that lip. But will it rub? I don't know. The only way to test it is to go for a drive. But I can't get my power steering belt until tomorrow, so for now I can't go for a drive. I probably could, but without the power steering it's just an absolute pain. But we're going to go for a drive tomorrow, but look how much better that looks. Yeah, so I'll see you guys. See you guys on the flip side later. Okay, I've got a new belt on the car. New power steering belt. Oh my god. For God's sake, let's go and see. Let's go and see if this thing rubs. If it does rub, let's hope I don't crack any filler or anything. Okay, it's definitely rubbing. It's definitely rubbing. Not crazy, but I can just hear it like scraping the tyre a little bit. If I go around corners, you can hear it. Let me can you hear it there? I'm gonna go left. It's actually worse on this side. Hear it? Scraping. Only just, literally just. It's actually worse on the side that I was less worried about. But you can hear it. It's like going, it's like just scraping the tyre. So let's go back and have a look. I'm actually really surprised, to be fair. I didn't think it would, but it definitely is. So you can see here where it's rubbing against the tyre, cutting the tyre away. It's not a crazy amount, it's like literally just scraping it. So if we cut a few mil off that, I think we'll be alright. The other side is oh yeah, it's definitely scraping. We need to take a fair bit off that side. So let's get the grinder out. Oh no. I'm not just going cutting a line all the way, because with a grinder that'll just it'll just come straight out the car. So I'm just doing little bits at a time. Probably about half an inch off the width, and that should hopefully that'll be enough, so you can kind of see where I've been cutting here. Hopefully that'll be enough. I only need to go to like here to here. I don't need to go all the way around because the wheel's not going to hit down it, and I've got filler and welding there. So I'm just going to go literally to this quarter bit here, just where the wheel actually touches. Again, it's not the smoothest cut in the world, but with a file and some sandpaper, I'll be able to get it quite smooth. So you can actually see I'm pretty in line with the arch there. So this is where it used to come out, all the way out down here, where now I'm just flattening it down, so I'm actually in line with the arch. I'm gonna have to cover this with like some seam sealer or something, so I don't want to go too far in, but I think that is perfect. So I'm just going to start rounding off these edges now, because that is where the tyre hits in this bit here. So now we can fit that much in on this side, but it was like before you couldn't even get a finger in, so that's massively helped. So I'm going to do the same to this side. I've got some seam sealer here. I stole some off Cuba. Thank you, Cuba. You want to come for scuba? Ruben. If you don't know that reference, you need to watch that film. What film's that? Along Came Polly. Great film. So now we're just going to attempt to do this. So Cuba just said just put a line on it and then just rub it in with your finger. We are going to put some masking tape around here, just so we don't, you know, bloody paint the whole fucking car with this, you know what I mean? We don't want to be doing that, so I have no idea what I'm doing, so just give it a go, I suppose. I'm going for it. I don't know if I should be using gloves here, but I'm I'm going for it. It's happening. I'm going to do a bead all the way around and try to get it over the top as well, where I have cut from the arch, and then I'm just going to rub it all in. So big bead, rub it in. Okay, so it started off well, and as you get to the top, it's almost impossible to like just put it on as a bead, because it just fucking drops off. So it's looking good now, but so my fucking fingers, I've had to put it on my fingers and kind of like brush it on, otherwise it just doesn't work. You can work and get it up to like a quarter here, but then it just doesn't work. But as you see, I've gone all the way around, put a nice thick bead of it, rubbed it in, and that'll stop any water getting in there or anything like that. So we need to just take it off the other side, just to the other side. So I'm so not looking forward to it. I've not really got any gloves. Oh no, I have got a set of gloves, but I may as well just crack on now. I didn't think it's basically like Tiger Seal. Nothing that a bit of sugar and ferro liquid won't fix. Okay, so not only is it all over my hands and fingers and it will not come off, I leaned in, I got it all in my hair and my ear, and it won't come off. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the car like that, let it dry for like 24 hours or so, and then put the wheels back on, and then we'll be good. But right now I've got to get this shit off me, to be honest, so I'm gonna have to go, lads. See you in the next one, I suppose.